For tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am betting on black tonight.
Lovely. You look great.
Welcome to CodeBlaqueFacts, where we talk about all things black to include news and viral videos, mental health, self-love, self-care, self-development, black women issues, crime stories, and black history. If you are interested in any of these topics, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and don't forget to comment below. Thank you.
They say it's a black thing, run deep in the roots. Blacker the berry, baby, the sweeter the juice.
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in to CodeBlaqueFacts. You guys know I love you and appreciate you. I do want to start off by saying that this is not a win for black women. I repeat, this is not a win for black women, and neither is it a win for black men, and I'm going to tell you why. But before I do so, let me give you some background. Let's play the video, and then I'll come back with my commentary. So a little bit of the background. There was a video that went viral. It's somewhat of, a popular YouTube, dating YouTube podcast on YouTube called Fresh and Fit. They invited Asian Doll, who is a rapper, onto their show. And so she kind of got into this back and forth thing with one of the hosts of the show because she was taking up for another black woman. And she felt like, he was being just straight up mean, for no reason, having an attitude for no reason. So she kind of got into this back and forth thing. And so because of that, the video went viral. And then eventually people found other videos where on the show they were talking about black women and talking about how they don't like black women and basically showing their disdain for black women. And so that's part of the reason why I say it's not a win for black women, even though all over social media, people are saying that it's a win, like, oh, Asian Doll, she told them off, she cooked them, or she roasted them, or whatever. Like there's a lot of black women treating it as if it's a win, as if like Asian Doll. And don't get me wrong, like I think standing your ground and taking up for people, like I'm all for that. Obviously you can't take up for everybody, because even like when Asian Doll took up for this woman and then she ended up leaving, the woman was like apologizing and like saying that she was sorry when she was the one that Asian Doll was taking up for her. So you kind of got to pick and choose like your battles and stuff like that. And this is not to say that Asian Doll did not choose the correct battle. This is not what I'm going to talk about. However, I do want to express why this is not a win for black women. But before I do so, let's go ahead and get into the commentary, and then I'll come back with my commentary. So 1 second.
Guys, sidebar conversations, please.
All right. What about
I've told you, this is like, this is like the fifth time I've told you that, right?
Yeah, sixth time.
Like, stop. For real, like, stop.
He mean as fuck.
I'm just keeping it real, man. Like, you haven't been here.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah, it's the whole show.
Yeah, she's been doing it the whole show. I'm not mean as fuck. I just have rules. Simple.
All right, go ahead.
It's podcast.
Damn.
What I look for in a man in club, that's like approaching me.
Hold on. Excuse me?
You mean?
I'm not mean at all.
Okay, I don't care.
Have you been here the whole time?
No.
All right, then. So you don't know what was happening,
I don't
right?
give a fuck.
Okay, then. So how you going to come on somebody's show, not know what go down, and say, oh, you're mean?
It don't matter. I can say what I want.
Okay, well, you can get the fuck off the show, too.
I don't give
Man,
a fuck.
Get off the show,
chill,
too.
man. What? Chill out, bro.
Listen, don't do my like
Nah, you can go.
Chill.
You're not going to come on the platform disrespect.
Nah, chill, bro. She ain't got to go nowhere.
No, she
chill.
could go.
Chill, bro.
I don't have to.
Chill.
Come on, baby. We don't have to be this mean.
give
We
a
can all
fuck.
be.
Listen.
Come on.
Chill out, bro.
Let's calm
I'm
down.
sorry.
He's hot. I'm calm.
No, I'm very calm, but it's like, bro, you got to show a little bit of respect on the platform.
It's cool,
respect.
bro.
You talking about
Chill.
shit. I say you mean. It is what it is. What the fuck you want me to say?
That's
You
not the truth,
mean,
though.
You mad about I saying mean? You grown as hell.
What?
Yeah, well.
Okay. So earlier on the show,
Fuck.
there's a little back and forth. So he was just telling her to chill because it was like 5 times we told her to like chill.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay, but I said he mean. Why he want to stop the shit?
Well,
do some dramatic.
Because you don't know what was going on.
We are
I don't
holding the show.
know.
It's good though, bro.
Why
Hey,
would
yo.
that piss you off?
Chill, bro. It's all right. We all right. We good.
He want a moment. Get it slow.
We good. Let's keep going, bro. We all right.
I want to leave.
Let's keep.
No,
baby,
don't
you
leave,
got it.
please.
I won't.
Please.
Okay, just like from here on out, like please,
I'm on his
one
ass,
at a
he
time
tripping.
because we're going to take it short
we'll
right now,
start
okay?
it over. I promise I won't say nothing. I promise.
This is the 5th time.
Okay.
You said that last time.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, let's start
Go
it
ahead.
over. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to say this once, okay? Maybe twice. Ladies, go where you're wanted. Go where you're wanted. So on the screen here, you see a screenshot of Fresh and Fit podcast. This is from their Instagram. And look at who they want to DM them to apply as a guest. That's not a black woman. That's a white woman. So why are black women going on these shows? Why? They're like, I mean, that's it, as clear as it gets to me. I mean, they could have put a lady, the little like orange. No, they put a white woman. It's a white woman. That's who they want. So again, not a win. Just not a win. All right, so you guys just heard the like a little snippet of the commentary, and like I said, it was this one, and then not too long ago, like last year sometime, like 6 to 7 months ago, there was another video that went viral of the same host kicking out these 2 black women and getting into somewhat of like, I guess, like some type of physical altercation with these women. And then there were other videos that people pulled of these guys talking about how they don't mess with black women, and they even refer to dark-skinned black women as night riders. Like they were like, oh, we don't mess with black women, but if we do, it's gonna be like the red bone ones or whatever. And then they were like, we don't mess with the night riders. And so, of course, people went to pull in different snippets and videos and stuff like that to show how this particular podcast does not like black women. And see, this is why I say this is one of the reasons as to why I say that this is not a win for black women, because it's already out there. It's like, how many viral moments and viral videos need to take place for black women to not support, not go on to these shows? They would not have viral moments. They would not have all these views if it was not for the presence and the support some type of way from black women. Like, it would not be there. So, of course, I did some research, and I went to their YouTube channel, and I'm looking through, and they're getting like, 100,000 here, 16,000, 8,000, 10,000 views. But the video that got the most views, okay, you guys, was a video that went viral about 6 months ago of them kicking out these 2 black women. Right? So the videos of them with other groups of women, white women, Asian women, whatever other groups of women, those are not the videos that go viral. Right? The videos that go viral, that get them almost 1 million views, and that's just on YouTube, so they probably got over 1 million views, are the videos of them engaging with black women in some type of toxic manner. Right? And so this is my thing, like, that's not a win for us. Like, if we keep giving moments to those who sit on social media and create content that degrades, dehumanize, that that disrespects black women, if we keep doing that, this is the results that we're gonna keep having. Asian Doll should have never went on that show. And I did hear her talk about, I think one of her friends, her homeboys, is the person who got her onto the show or whatever. And it's like, he should have did his homework. Like, she shouldn't have even been on the show, because the show is not, she wasn't going on the show because she was getting paid, I don't think. Right? She wasn't going on the show because it was going to help her and her brand. Nope. Right? So I guess it was something like she was doing a favor for her homeboy, or he felt like it would be a good. I'm not for sure. You guys would have to look into that if you want more details surrounding that particular part of it. But my whole thing is she shouldn't have even been on there. So you're sticking up for a black woman who in turn turned around and she's apologizing. Right? On top of when Asian Doll got up and walked out, there was nobody else that walked out. So everybody else was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So that, to me, that's problematic. Another reason why this is not a win for black women is because, again, this is something that benefited them. They got more views. They got more popularity. They're probably going to make more money based off of the views and the shares and stuff like that. And so it's like that benefited them, not black women. Because, again, this is another viral moment. We got to stop lending our imagery. That's right. Our imagery going on these shows with we got to stop lending our imagery, because a lot of these shows, they would not be able to do the numbers that they do without the imagery and or the voice or whatever of black women. Okay, people are not tuning in to see, because I've seen videos where these same two, where they've gotten into it like with non-black women. Those videos don't go viral. People don't care. And I even did a little bit more research, because it dawned on me. It's like, okay, if you go into any search engine and type in black women, right, it's gonna be so much stuff that pops up after that. Black women gets this. Black women get that. Black women get that. Even the name black women is a moneymaker. And so this is why I'm saying it's not a win. None of that is a win for black women. None of it is a win for black women. And the more that I think about it, it's like, and so what I found was there's a divide between black men and black women. And I used to try to make content about that divide, and I used to try to bridge the gap. And I thought that being fair and calling out stuff on both sides would help bridge the gap. But what I found was that didn't help at all. And what I also found is that when it comes to a plight, everybody wants to put their plight first. This is why within the black community, you got black men and black women divide, but aside from that divide, you also have, like, if you speak to the black LGBTQ, they'll tell you that there's a divide within the black community with that, right? With the black LGBTQ with black men, or there's a divide between dark skin, light skin. There's a divide. I mean, there's so many different things and so many different racism. You got black people who think that there's a such thing as white supremacy racism. You got black people that say it's not. So there's another divide. You have black Republicans against black Democrats. There's another divide. You have the rich, the people who are wealthy or rich, who make good money, against the people who they say is ghetto and hood and they're better, and so there's another divide. It's so many. And so what I found was that when you have a bunch of people, a bunch of different groups who's out here saying, hey, my plight is the most important plight, this is the most, this is causing the most stress on the black community, it's impossible to come together, because everybody wants their individual plight to come first. You have black women who say, a segment within the black community, there's a segment of black women, because remember, as a black woman myself, we are not all this. I'm not all the same with other black women. There are black women who there are parallels with, but then there are black women who we are two totally different. We are way apart on our ideas, how we were raised, on and so forth. So because of that, there may be a plight to the next person who's, they're like, okay, like for example, the colorism plight, which is a real plight within the black community, right? You have those within the black community to say that's the most important plight. That's the most, harmful and stressing plight. You may have some who say, oh, well, we need to get more active with voting, and that the plight with black people is that we are not as active in, voting or in politics. So again, it's just so many. So I found that when it comes to the plight, particularly black men, black women, somebody wants their plight first, right? So it doesn't work. As a black woman, it just doesn't work. I have not seen anybody, because if anybody was actually successful in being able to bridge that gap, we would see the evidence of it, and we see none. There's no evidence. The divide is getting larger and larger. And that is a hard reality that I had to face. And that's a hard reality that many people who are listening to this are going to have to face as well. It's a hard reality. So, what else did I want to talk about? So it's not a win. Okay, so real quick, here's the solution. Black women. The solution is this, very simple. Stop supporting. Stop supporting with money. Stop supporting with imagery. Stop supporting going onto these shows. Stop supporting in every way. Just stop supporting. That's just the simple and clear cut answer, solution to it. Stop supporting. And this is the thing, because there are many different black women within the black community, right? We are not all the same. We all have different things that we think are, should be at the forefront of, any plight, right? And so for me, it's like, I think that you should go, we gotta learn as black women. We have to learn to stop going where we're not wanted, where we're not appreciated. Stop going where we are, going to be, and we know these things. We have to find those where we're wanted, where we're appreciated. When I think of as an example, I think of this. Let's say I was this, devout, I'm going to go to the strip club and I'm going to get everybody saved, and I'm going to get everybody into the church, and I'm going to, get all the demons and devils out of everybody at the strip club. Let's say I'm going to go there, right? And I get my Bible and I go down to the strip club. And I'm talking to the people in there, and I'm trying to, talk to them about Jesus and their Lord and Savior, and, how they need to get saved. Like, you guys, I'm probably not going to be wanted in there, and I'm probably going to be put out. Right? And it ain't even that they don't believe in God. It could just be, okay, like, here, we don't need that here. So this is how we got to think of it. Like when we go on podcasts like this, you guys, that's not somewhere where we're wanted. Like, no. If that podcast is going to go viral, they need to go viral off the backs of other groups of women, not black women. Not black women. If they're going to get money, they need to get money from other groups of women, not black women. No imagery, no views, no support, no nothing. The fact that I even have to come on here and talk about this, because I wasn't going to do it, but I said, you know what, there are a few points that I want to bring to the discussion, because, everybody's talking about it, right? Because it is a real discussion. You do have pods of men who sit on social media who spew their disdain for black women. That is a real thing. That is a real thing. And do me a favor, if you think I'm lying, go to Google, go to wherever, any social media, and type in white women, whatever, and see what pop up. You're not going to see white women don't listen, white women this, you're not going to see that. You're only going to see it when it's black women XYZ. because that's the money maker. That's the viral moment. Everybody knows this by now, but apparently there's a lot of black women who don't know this. And this is not our fault. I don't think this is our I honestly think that, when it comes to these podcasts like this one, like the Fresh and Fit, and black women keep going on there, I think that a lot of that has to do with, like, how when somebody tell you, oh, you can't do something, or you're not going to be good at it, so you feel like you got to go on and prove that you are really good at it, or that you can't, like, like somebody tell you you're not beautiful, but then you got to, like, go throw on something extra provocative and put your coochie all over the internet, and you're like, okay, you said I ain't beautiful, but look, I really am. Like, that's no. Somebody say you ain't popping, okay, then fine, I'm not popping, but over here I am. And that's what I mean. Like, go places where you are wanted, where you're valued. There's always, like, I've seen it with my own eyes. Don't let nobody tell you. Because, again, there are different types of women. You got women who are, very feminine, right? And they can go in certain places, certain areas, and there's certain men who want those types of women. But then you can go, in other groups, and there may be men who like women who are, maybe they're feminine, but maybe they got a little edge to them. Maybe they got, it's like, you go where you're wanted. Go where you're wanted, where you're accepted, where you're going to be protected. That's another thing. That's a big thing for me, because I guarantee you, if something was to break out on this show, the women in general probably would not be protected. They ain't gonna, if an actor shooter was to go onto this show, I can guarantee you no woman in that room will be protected. They're gonna be protecting themselves, so you may be protected by by proxy, but I don't go nowhere where I'm not wanted, where I'm not protected. I don't indulge in anything. I don't go on no shows, no podcasts. I don't go to events. And if I do go up, if I'm invited somewhere and it happens to be somewhere where I don't feel comfortable, I'm out. That's how I roll. So, and also one last thing, don't forget, you guys, I don't want this video to be too long, but go ahead and if you're new here, thank you for listening to the video. Come back and see us, or come back and see me. I would love to chop it up with you. Leave your comments in the comment box below. Let me know your thoughts. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and don't forget to comment below. Thank you.
They say it's a black thing, run deep in the roots. Blacker the berry, baby, the sweeter the juice.